Meghan is in California right now, and you're here, and there's articles left and right about what is happening with these two. So is that a good thing for you in a way that there's so much interest in you?
No, there's definitely not a good thing.
Meghan's PR team have reportedly spruiked a potential book about her life post-divorce from Prince Harry.
The royal family would not be coming to Harry's rescue. They would not be funding a divorce to any extent. And they, at this point, wouldn't really care what Meghan tried to say or do, because Meghan has so discredited herself as a liar, a cheat, and a phony.
Whispers are getting louder that the marriage between Meghan Markle and Prince Harry is hanging by a thread, and some insiders claim it may already be over. According to chatter spreading fast online, Meghan allegedly walked away in a way that caught Harry completely off guard. That's the word being passed around, and people are not holding back. Reports claim that after a wave of private tensions and public pressure, Meghan had supposedly been thinking about ending things for quite some time. Some sources even say she had grown deeply unhappy in the relationship and felt stuck. The talk out there suggests she may have stayed longer than she wanted.
He genuinely loved her. I don't think she loved him for a second, but it suited her to stay, and she was the Meghan in the relationship in terms of being because women like that are usually extremely dominant, and they know how to play.
So, just when we think Meghan Markle's year couldn't get any more messy,
trying to protect her image and keep everything looking polished on the surface, now it feels like something finally snapped. The tone shifted, the smiles looked forced, and the energy between them seemed different. If these rumours are true, this was not some calm, mutual decision over dinner. Insiders claim it was intense, emotional, and one-sided. The streets are buzzing with claims that Meghan made the call, and Harry never saw it coming. Over the past year, speculation says Meghan had been feeling emotionally drained. Allegedly, she confided in close friends that life with Harry had become exhausting rather than exciting. After their move to the United States, insiders suggest that the dynamic between them changed. Harry, once seen as independent and rebellious, reportedly leaned heavily on Meghan as they built a new life across the ocean. Some say that constant closeness turned into pressure. There are claims Harry became overly dependent on her presence, always wanting reassurance, always needing confirmation that everything was fine. And while devotion can look romantic at first, insiders hint that it may have started to feel overwhelming. If those reports are accurate, Meghan began feeling suffocated rather than supported. Royal commentators now say Harry is struggling with the situation. According to people close to him, he is shocked and confused. Just weeks before the divorce chatter exploded again, Meghan had publicly expressed commitment to their marriage. She reportedly said she would never divorce him. That's why, if these new rumours are true, this development hit hard. To make things even more layered, Harry stood by Meghan publicly during a rough period when online criticism intensified. Speaking at the New York Times 2024 Dealbook Summit, he addressed the rumours surrounding their relationship and made it clear he believed their marriage was solid. He said he was aware of the gossip but chose not to engage because he trusted the strength of their bond. At that moment, he looked confident. But now, sources suggest he may feel blindsided. Insiders claim Harry told friends he built his entire new chapter around Meghan. He stepped back from royal duties, relocated continents, and distanced himself from parts of his past. That was a huge shift. To think that the foundation of all those decisions might now be shaking is what has people stunned. Tension reportedly grew stronger after their relocation to the US. Harry left behind his long-standing support system in the UK, including family traditions and lifelong connections. According to commentators,
look at this slow-motion video from the royal grift, where they point out she is utterly repulsed by the PDA from Prince Harry. Look at this now. In slow motion. And then there is the horror on Meghan's face. Get away from me, man. Oh, but I'm going to have to post this anyway because I've got something to prove to the world.
That kind of transition can create deep emotional strain. Some observers speculate that Meghan may have expected a more independent version of Harry in America, not someone leaning heavily on her during every storm. When divorce rumours started circulating again, insiders claim Harry constantly sought reassurance. That need for validation allegedly became frustrating. If the speculation is accurate, what started as loyalty slowly turned into emotional fatigue. The narrative spreading online suggests Meghan may have reached a breaking point. Observers point to their recent appearance at Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour at SoFi Stadium as a turning moment. Videos and photos from the night sparked heavy debate. On social media, users analysed every smile, every touch, every glance. Some claimed the chemistry felt off. Others insisted people were reading too much into it. That same night, Meghan shared glowing photos of the two of them smiling and embracing. On the surface, it looked romantic and united, but critics online questioned whether the public display was authentic or strategic. The timing raised eyebrows. Body language expert Judy James weighed in, suggesting the couple's interactions looked highly performative. She noted that the increased public affection might have been an attempt to counter the so-called 7-year itch narrative. The 7-year itch theory suggests couples sometimes experience tension around the 7-year mark. Whether that theory holds weight or not, the internet ran with it. Judy compared the body language to a polished scene from Meghan's acting days on Suits. She suggested it looked cinematic rather than natural. That comment only added fuel to the conversation. Online commentators dissected screenshots, claiming Meghan appeared eager to pull away after photos were taken. Others disagreed, saying people project their own narratives onto short clips. Still, insiders claim Meghan had been unhappy for months leading up to that concert appearance. They say the public show of affection may have been an effort to calm speculation. But if reports are accurate, the tension behind the scenes continued to build. Allegedly, when she finally addressed the situation directly with Harry, emotions ran high. Sources claim he broke down, pleading for another chance. If true, that paints a heartbreaking picture. Once the rumours spread, public reactions came flooding in. Some critics were harsh, accusing Meghan of using Harry. Others defended her right to prioritise her own well-being. Online spaces turned into battle zones overnight. Comments ranged from disappointment to outright anger. A few fans argued Harry sacrificed everything for love and now might be facing the fallout.
Increased focus on whether Prince Harry rushed into marrying Meghan Markle because they both felt her biological clock was ticking. According to the Daily Mail, the eager prince brushed off his brother William's warning to take it slow because she was already 35. They quote a book by the well-regarded former Vanity Fair editor and royal insider Tina Brown.
Others insisted relationships are complex and outsiders never know the full story. Social media amplified every opinion at lightning speed. The debate became less about facts and more about loyalty. Royal insiders claim the palace was not shocked by the rumours. According to commentators, there had long been whispers about strain behind closed doors. They suggest palace aides predicted that once the initial excitement of independence faded, deeper issues might surface. Whether that prediction was accurate or not, the speculation keeps growing. Another factor adding heat to the story is the couple's shifting public image in the United States. When they first stepped back from royal duties, they were widely embraced by American audiences. Sympathy and curiosity drove major attention. Their Netflix docuseries attracted global viewership. Harry's memoir Spare sparked headlines everywhere. Interviews drew massive numbers. But with time, analysts say public perception evolved. Some viewers became more skeptical. PR experts noticed what they call Sussex fatigue. That doesn't mean everyone turned against them, but the initial wave of support may have cooled. Public opinion is never fixed, and celebrity status can change fast. Several key moments intensified the conversation. The Netflix series opened old wounds within the royal family. Harry's memoir revisited deeply personal family tensions. Controversial interviews kept headlines spinning. All of that generated attention, but it also divided audiences. Some admired their honesty, others felt it was too much. Now, with divorce rumours swirling, that shifting popularity adds another layer. Commentators say public image plays a major role in high-profile relationships. When media cycles turn colder, pressure inside the relationship can grow hotter. If insiders are correct, that outside noise may have added weight to internal strain. At this point, nothing has been officially confirmed. These remain rumours and speculation from unnamed sources.
I'm told, and I see the wisdom of this, that in fact the royal family would be very happy to leave Harry to flounder because they understand that she would be neutralizing Harry, and if they came to his rescue, they would be involving themselves in unpredictable melees down the line.
But the conversation is loud and the spotlight is intense. Whether this marriage is truly over or simply facing a rough chapter, one thing is clear. The public fascination hasn't faded. And as analysts continue dissecting every interview, every appearance, and every subtle shift in tone, the bigger question lingers. Was this a love story that couldn't survive the pressure, or is it another storm they might somehow navigate together? Either way, their journey has moved from fairy tale headlines to complicated reality, and the evolving narrative continues to spark growing skepticism and Sussex fatigue among some American audiences. The dip in Meghan and Harry's popularity didn't just sting their public image. It may have put serious pressure on their marriage itself. Sources inside royal circles claim that when their likability in the US began to drop, it wasn't just a PR issue. Allegedly, it created tension behind the scenes that reached their personal lives. You see, for high-profile couples like Harry and Meghan, personal problems rarely stay private. Every smile, every glance, every trip is scrutinized by millions. Every move is analyzed.
I would have married Harry, got the 2 kids, got divorced, then ran back to Hollywood to be Julia Roberts for my 40s, but she's not followed that plan, Marina joked.
A long-form expose I did not see coming. There is this. A few years ago, a rumour began circulating around the book world about another prospective project for Meghan. This story, which a person with knowledge confirms the broad details of, was that Meghan's team had a conversation with a publishing house to gauge interest in the idea for a potential book. The concept, for which there was no written or formal proposal, was post-divorce.
And when the public mood shifts, especially in a market they hope to dominate like the US, it can start to creep into a couple's private world. What was supposed to be a safe haven suddenly becomes a pressure cooker. Insiders say that the timing couldn't have been worse. When the couple first left royal life, they were riding a wave of sympathy, curiosity, and fascination. They had the world watching, applauding their independence, celebrating their bold choices. But as months went by, the initial excitement cooled. Critics, commentators, and casual observers began questioning everything, from their charity work to media appearances, from social media posts to travel schedules. Every action was dissected. Allegedly, this constant gaze created tension that spilled into the marriage itself. Even before divorce rumours became a storm, some insiders suggest that Meghan and Harry's personal dynamic was already under pressure. Public scrutiny has a way of magnifying small disagreements, making them seem insurmountable. What might have been manageable in private became amplified by commentary, online chatter, and the relentless cycle of celebrity gossip. It's one thing to navigate marriage struggles behind closed doors, but it's another when the world feels like it's inside your living room every hour of the day. Then came the divorce rumours, still officially unconfirmed, but impossible to ignore. Tabloids, social media, and even certain mainstream outlets jumped on the story. Analysts claim that once rumours began circulating, the pressure intensified. Whether true or not, the stories began shaping perception. Allegedly, palace aides are reportedly worried about the ripple effects. A split between Harry and Meghan wouldn't just be a personal matter. It could reignite old conflicts within the royal family, spark fresh media crises, and generate global headlines that would be impossible to control. Royal insiders reportedly fear that an official divorce announcement could reopen tensions with Prince William and other family members. Some speculation suggests that Harry could be excluded from future ceremonial milestones, even events as historic as the coronation of his brother. It's said that he and William haven't spoken in 2 years, partly due to Meghan's influence on family dynamics. This alleged distance between brothers makes the situation even more delicate. highlighting how personal and public pressures can collide for royal couples. Behind the scenes, palace PR teams are reportedly preparing for a major media onslaught. Sources claim they've been creating contingency plans for months, from official statements to social media responses. If the divorce news goes public, the global press is expected to descend with relentless intensity. The palace has reportedly learned from past experiences that the combination of celebrity, royalty, and scandal is combustible. Analysts predict non-stop coverage, expert panels, and viral debates online. Every gesture, every statement, every post could be magnified and interpreted by millions. Adding a Hollywood layer to the story, Netflix's decision not to renew the couple's reported $100 million deal seems to have fueled speculation even more. Industry insiders view this as a sign of declining confidence in their ability to draw viewers consistently. While one-off projects might still be possible, the lack of a long-term contract indicates the streaming giant is reassessing its investment in the couple's post-royal appeal. Their 2022 documentary, Harry and Meghan, was a huge success. It pulled in massive viewership, dominated headlines, and seemed to cement their ability to tell their story on their own terms. But momentum is hard to maintain in Hollywood, and sources suggest that subsequent projects haven't had the same impact. Meghan's With Love Meghan reportedly failed to resonate with audiences in the same way, receiving lackluster reviews and sparking online ridicule. Comedians like Whitney Cummings and Katherine Ryan openly joked about the show, suggesting it was more about subtle commentary aimed at the royal family than actual entertainment. The public perception, according to some analysts, was that Meghan was increasingly out of touch with her audience. Journalist Marina Hyde added fuel to the fire with her own sharp commentary. She speculated that Netflix might be waiting strategically, potentially holding back projects until divorce news goes official, an event that could turn into a major ratings opportunity. Hyde even joked, "I would have married Harry, got the 2 kids, got divorced, then ran back to Hollywood to be Julia Roberts for my 40s, but she's not followed that plan." Her comment went viral, highlighting both the public fascination and the biting humour directed at Meghan's career moves. Hollywood speculation now paints a complex picture. Some believe Meghan could stage a major comeback post-divorce, whether through acting, a high-profile book deal, or other media projects. If she does, it would be a calculated move to reclaim the narrative and capitalise on public interest. Analysts argue that divorces, especially high-profile ones, often turn into lucrative media opportunities, and someone as media-savvy as Meghan may see this as the next big chapter. Meanwhile, sources claim Harry faces a more difficult road. Allegedly, he sacrificed his traditional royal support system and familial closeness in pursuit of independence and love. If the rumours of a rift with William are accurate, rebuilding those relationships would be challenging. But some observers note that Harry has already demonstrated resilience, carving out a voice through public speaking, mental health advocacy, and media appearances. Supporters believe that even if the marriage ends, he could eventually find stability on his own terms. Public fascination, however, is relentless. Analysts note that the combination of royalty, celebrity, and Hollywood creates intense pressure. Fame magnifies everything: success, mistakes, love, conflict, all under constant scrutiny. For Harry and Meghan, every action is examined, every misstep amplified, every smile dissected. And right now, the global spotlight is brighter than ever. The question on everyone's mind remains, will this be the end of their story together, or merely another dramatic chapter? Regardless of the outcome, the saga continues to spark discussion, debate, and speculation worldwide. Every interview, appearance, and social media post now carries weight, feeding curiosity and gossip alike. So what do you think is really happening behind the scenes? Is this just another overblown media storm, or are we witnessing a major turning point in Harry and Meghan's lives? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to keep up with every twist, rumour, and revelation from the royal world, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat of this unfolding drama. The story is far from over, and you'll want to be right here when the next chapter drops.